All right, what's going on, everybody? All right, so on today's episode, I'm switching up a little bit. What I'm going to be doing is just reviewing some gameplay that I had in the F-16 fighting Falcon. So as you can clearly see, the agility is awesome, speed is really good, durability not so good, but it is a light fighter. So right now, I currently have mine on level 9 with I believe it's a level 1 platinum. Um, So that's what I want to see about doing on this video. So I just wanted to showcase this and do a little bit of something different from our usual gameplay and stuff. So as you can clearly see, that's not me moving the. I mean, I did move it, but it was before. So, but I wanted to just focus on reviewing a battle that I did and showing things where I may have messed up at or overlooked or things that I could have done differently and things of that nature. Because I think it's always good to think about ways that you can improve your gameplay within the game. Um, and I do got some exciting news. I am now with a squad, so I do apologize for all of those that were begging for me to join their squad. I appreciate the invites, but I just had to go a different route. And honestly, quite honestly, full with all respect, I do appreciate all those that had invited me into their squad to to be in there. But I ended up going a different direction. I didn't see this squad coming. Obviously, it is a newly formed squad with somebody that I've teamed up with in this game quite a few times, and we've always had a really good time. Nice, fun group of people. I just started with them yesterday, which is actually Tuesday. Um, so I'll I'll show them in the next video on who it was that I went with. But I do gotta say it was a little bit of a surprise for me because the original squad that I was thinking about joining up with, um, the guy that I platooned or not platooned, I'm sorry, that I squatted up with before on a number of battles, they started a different one. So I was like, okay, cool. So I went ahead and joined with them, and yeah, we had a lot of fun squatting up with us last the last time. And we had some good fun. It was a good group of guys. I feel very confident with. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share the video. Let's get this channel up to 100 so that we can do a live stream. Um, I'm hustling. I'm trying to get it going. I think last time I checked, I was at like 56. So that's what 44 more to go, and then we'll do a live stream, and then we can see about going from there. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So real quick, this one is team death match at Crucible. So obviously, first team to 20 kills wins. When I first started playing this game, I did not like this map at all. Um, but it has grown on me quite a bit now that I've actually played it more. And so it does, like I said, it has grown on me quite a bit. Um, so, real quick, right off the bat, one thing that I always do while I'm playing this game is that I keep my eye on the map up here, because you obviously know where your team is at, but it does let you know whenever the enemy team is spotted. See, like for instance, this 106 got popped up. So he's right here at the very edge of the map. So we're going to go forward a little bit more, and then we're going to see this Su-33 pop up. So with it, one, two, three of us, him, and then you see the other aircraft over here. I forgot what it was. 106. It looks like he fired two missiles at our teammate. So the Su-33 is closer to us. That's why I shifted my target from him to this one. And obviously the MiG-21 on my team is going to be focused on him too. So we're going to take him out. And yep, sure enough, that 105 did shoot at the F4, 2 missiles. So that's one, and then the second missile. So instead of going after the 106, so we'll come back to it real quick. Okay, so we take the Su-33 out. So I was thinking, when I went up, I was like, okay, should I go after the 106? I was like, I should not, because his missile loadout is better than mine. He's got longer range than I do. I just fired my 2 missiles. These are short range, so they wouldn't be. I figured that he would probably do more damage to me than I would to him, and he would more likely shoot me down. So instead, I go ahead and bank. But one thing that I wasn't focused on, because I was focused on taking out the Su-33, was the map over here, which it does happen. You get sidetracked, you get focused, tunnel vision, whatever the case is. So there's 2 enemy aircrafts here that are, one of them is being engaged by 2 of my teammates. So I come up, and then boom, the F-18 pops up from over here. So there's no way I can bank and shoot at him with the angle that my aircraft is at. And you'll see in a moment that I do kind of shift up to him, but then I quickly go back to flying in between the volcano right here. So at this point, I know I don't have to, but if you're close to resupply spot or a repair spot, if you're only have a quarter of your HP that was taken out, hit your repair, get your replenish with your ammunition. Just for the fact that you don't know how the game is going to go. You don't know if you're going to be close to it, if you're not going to be close to it. I would rather be fully supplied and be away from everything, or from, not everything, but from these spots, knowing that I got ammunition to help back myself up if I happen to be alone. So I get rearmed. So I dip over, and I see where these guys are at after one of my teammates. So I'm turning this way to help him out. So that's why I take a shot at him. He pops his flares, which is perfectly fine. So at this point, I go at the 106, and I do see that this guy right here, this enemy aircraft, is there as well. So I can either continue to go after the 106, have him get behind me and potentially shoot me down, or I can engage him and go from there. So if I go after this guy on this side, I won't have anybody shooting at me, shooting from behind me, because the 106 is banking off to the left. He's coming from right to left. He's going from straight ahead, banking to the left. I'm coming straight ahead, and this is where I have my choice. What direction do I want to go? Which direction would be best for me to go? I bank off to the right, go after the Su-33. And at this point, see, I did destroy him. I did not understand. I honestly don't know how I destroyed him. I didn't think I had enough machine gun fire to do it, but I did. So now that I destroyed him, I can focus on the 106. So I turn, missile lock, shoot at him. He pops his flares, but he popped his flares too late. And one thing that I would love to show on this one, because this is a prime example. So when you pop flares, you have to time it. I wouldn't say just right, but you have to time it right. Because if you pop them too early, the missile can go off track for a little bit and then go back on target. If you pop them too late, like the 106 did, right here, you see he popped flare, but he did it too late to the point where my missiles hit. And then you see right now, I have this missile coming at me right now. You would think that maybe it's going there. No, he's got it locked on me because I have the indicator popping off saying, hey, missile incoming. So you see me, I first of all, I rearmed. And then if you look again, I got two missiles coming at me. This one, and then I believe it's from over here on this side. This aircraft, enemy aircraft, is shooting at me. This is where you utilize what you have. You have flares. And then another thing that you can utilize is the terrain. I know that there's a crevice here that I can easily fly into. So if I use my flares to block one, I can use the terrain to block the other. So that's why I go here, I pop my flares. You can see the missile right here on this top left corner right here. I pop my flares at the right time, and I'm also banking because that other missile no longer has sight on me, so it's going to hit the mountain. And this missile goes wide. So it's very crucial that you do pay attention to where the missile is at, how far it is, and when to pop that flare. So on this part, real quick, I know this F4 is going to get shot down. And I do see that there's 1, 2, 3 enemy aircrafts here. But I also have a teammate right here. So I know the odds are not in our favor. But I'm going to try to cause as much damage and take down as many as I can before I get taken down. So F4 gets taken down. I'm focused on the Su-33 because I was already shooting at him. I do see the F-100 here, and then there's another aircraft that's coming in. I know I'm going to get taken out. It's very similar to the 106, the Dart from earlier. I had a choice. I could have went left or right. The first time I went right and took out that Su-33. This time I'm going left to take out the same Su-33. Should I have gone right? Possibly. But if you look over here on the far corner, there's another aircraft that's coming this way as well. So even if I went right, I might have been able to survive, but I'm leaving my teammate out to dry. Going this way, then they're going to focus on this guy. This one can focus on him. Same for this one, the 100. This one could potentially, the Su could potentially go around and then come from behind my teammate while I fly this way, potentially get killed by this aircraft or kill this aircraft, to shoot this aircraft down. It's kind of being stuck between a rock and a hard place. But I go after the Su-33, shoot him down. So I did take one down. They did take me down, which I kind of expected it to happen. So at this point, I jump in, and let's jump forward a little bit. So right here, I'm looking at the map again. And as I'm watching this, I don't know why, but I was thinking that they were on the lower level, closer to the ground, to the water. And needless to say, that's not the case. But I'm like, okay. So I rearmed. Even though I only shot one missile, that's perfectly fine. So I engaged the 106. It's the easier target to shoot down. And now I have two targets. 1, 2, 3 missiles. 2 being locked on. 1 that's already been fired. And then I have 1 on my 6. So I'm pretty much surrounded. And I know there's no way I'm going to win this if I continue to go straight. So I have a choice. I can either go straight, engage these two, but then I have this guy coming up behind me. I know that's going to be a lose-lose situation any time of day, no matter how many flares I pop, how many times I bank to the left, right, up, down, whatever the case is. That's going to be a lose-lose situation for me. So the only other option that I really have is to dive down, which what I do, using my missile, or I'm sorry, my flares, as well as the terrain, so that way I don't take any damage. So while I'm here going up and down, I'm gonna rearm because I've already fired 2 of my other missiles. Come back around, and I was planning on going after this guy right here. I forgot what that one was, but I think he was on the lower level. I'm not, or no, he was up top, but he was already taken down by my teammate. So now I see 106 is shooting at my teammate here. And one thing that I failed to realize was where this enemy aircraft is who's currently trying to get a lock on me. But I'm like, okay, if I'm going to get shot down, fine. I'm going to shoot at the 106 and take him down. So there, after I take him down, after I take down the 106, I already know I have two people that are trying to lock in on me. I know how this terrain is here. There's a little cutout right here. So that's where if you notice, I already started doing my turn at this point. Let's see, when do I start to do it? So I know I have people coming up on me. So I'm like, okay, let me focus on him, and I'm already turning to the right to make this bank down and under here. Pop my flares. When you pop your flares, make sure that you don't fly in a straight line, because when you do your flares and you're flying in a straight line, you have a higher probability of the missile locking in on you still and shooting you down. You do have to pop your flares while you're taking a hard bank, left, right, down, whatever direction you want to take it down. So that way the missile, as you see, it goes straight past me and keeps going and hits nothing but air and does whatever. So I bank down knowing that I have this little cutout in the ridgeline. So I go down this way, but the enemy team go after my teammate here. So I bank back around, get locked, and I shoot. One, and then I shoot again. I waited for him to pop his flares so that way it's less likely that he'll be able to get away from my missiles. So now I'm having a dip down because it was just getting too hot for me. But I do come back around. And right here, I thought there was another cutout. That's why you see me diving down. But I'm like, okay. So I know I got a missile being shot from this side, and I've already seen this guy coming up behind me. So I know it's going to get a little hairy. My fuel was getting low. So I'm trying to do as much as I can with what I have in my area. Which I get the missile invader because the J-35 shot at me, and you see the trail right there. And I'm trying to bank, but I'm just pretty much surrounded. I got 1, 2, and it looks like this guy's coming my way as well. And I do have assistance with my teammate here, and they're focused on this guy right here. But the J-35, of course, he's coming for me. Rightfully so. And here I am without flares anymore, but I knew I was going to get taken down. But I was going to shoot as much at him as I could, so that way I can try to do as much damage as I could. And if you notice, I do that, and then I get net mastered by doing that damage. And then I get an assist for taking him down. And at this point, it's 19-13, so I'm not too worried about. Okay, my missiles at this point. That's why I locked in on the F-100. Take that shot. If it hits, perfect. That means we can easier time for us to win. But unfortunately, I missed that one. I shot at the Su-33, rearmed again. That one I did hit, so I take another shot at him. Missed him. So I do get extra points for the suppression assistance and assist on that Su-33. So I didn't get the kill, but I did get the assist. So things to keep in mind from the gameplay is know the terrain, know where you can cut in and out of, utilize the terrain instead of having to rely solely on your flares, so that way you can get your missile invader. Know where all the points are at, the repairs and the resupply points are at. And like I said, even if you only shot one missile, you want to make sure you're fully loaded as much as possible throughout the game to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. So that way, if you can't take care of yourself, you're able to take care of your teammates who may be under fire. So definitely keep that in consideration while you're flying. Look at the map. The map gives you a ton of information. So that way you know where your enemy is at, where your teammates are at, if you need to cut left, right, whatever the case is. So that way you can be as productive as you can with your aircraft, but also know your aircraft, know what your aircraft's strengths are and what their weaknesses are. Like this one, for instance, is very maneuverable, but the armor it's a light plane. It could easily be shot down, but the maneuverability and speed are really good. Some of them, such as the A6, are big, heavy, chunky aircrafts, but they take a lot of damage and they can dish a lot of it out. So it's just knowing that what maps you're on, the terrain for each map, and being able to look at your enemy pilot or enemy aircrafts that are coming at you and have an idea of what they can do. Like I said before, I'm not going to do a deep dive in it. Um, I applaud those that do deep dives, saying, okay, well, this missile goes at this speed, this aircraft is this fast, and this, whatever the case is. That's too much for me. I'm just a casual gamer who likes to play, and I feel that I'm very, I guess I'm a very, I'm a very good pilot in this game. I did catch on very quickly with it, I feel, and I really do enjoy this game, and I've really enjoyed meeting the people that I've met on here. I've had more pleasurable times playing on this one than I have on a previous game that I've played. That was the community was very toxic. This community seems to be a little bit more upbeat, but for the most part, I would say 99% from what I've experienced. Um, but yeah, so definitely take all those things into consideration. Um, Let me know what you think about this video, if this is something I should keep on going, or if I should just shut up and just go back to the gameplay videos and just talking about the game while we're doing it, or what the case is. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, share. Let's get this get this channel up to 100 so that we can do that live stream. I'm really looking forward to doing that. I really like to do that. But I already said that I'll wait until I get 100, and I'm going to stick by it. And I see this video is being pretty long, so I'll go ahead and cut it short right now. But just like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Let's spread the love. Check you out later.